Welcome. Today, or tonight, it's in the middle of the night. I'm doing something different. Or not different, I've done this before, only once. So basically, I was just laying in bed watching some of my old videos to see, how we've improved in making them, which isn't a lot, as I'm still using the same techniques and whatever. But I came over my studio tour and I thought, wow, my um, equipment has changed so much since I made that video. I thought I should just get out of bed and remake it just to update um, for whoever cares. The update to what I have now. So I don't know. I'll probably just call it Studio Revisited or something. It's not. It's not a studio, but it's a home studio. I'll call it that. Home studio tour. So I'm gonna do as last time. Um, I'm gonna do the guitars, and then just move around this room, and then go out into the living room where my rack and amp and everything else is. So I'll turn the camera around. Actually, I'll close the door here because so the cat's still here. He's sleeping on my mixer right now, so we'll see him later. But I'll just turn the camera around and we'll start. Okay, the lighting might be horrible. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have much light as I did back where I used to live. But anyways, here's the Harley Benton Warlock copy. Still have it. It's Beast Rich ST1, I think this is. Platinum series, which has been modded to hell, but it has a really nice, like, flip-flop, purple-ish finish. Sadly, the tremolo makes the guitar itself very hard to play, as the action is relatively high, as you can see. But I've made it possible to play. And then it's my Ironbird, BC Rich, of course, which is also a Platinum series from the 2000s. Heavily customized with the Invader pickups of a brand I don't know what is, but they sound really good. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. And then the BC Rich Ironbird Limited, which I paid the arm and the leg for. But I'm happy I have it. It's a cool guitar. And oh, sorry, I heard. I thought I heard something. Never mind. I'm just paranoid. BC Rich MK7. Sadly, the truss rod is kind of fucky with it, so yeah, the action's kind of high on the low here, and there's a few fret bus, but I'll have someone look at it. And then there's a snakeskin Warlock. Sadly, the pickups are shot. I don't know what's wrong with it. It sounds really bad. However, I like the snakeskin, so I'll keep it and just change pickups. I'll go back here. This is a BC Rich MJ neck through series. It's obviously not a Japanese one. I think it's made in China or Korea, but it's actually really good. It has a nice quilt top, which is really good looking. I'm really happy with it. Moving on is the Warlaw, or War Slinger, or depends really on who you ask, but it's a Warlock with a single pickup, floor rose, and reversed with a maple fretboard, and a sweet crackle finish from the late 80s or early 90s. And then we have my most expensive BC Rich, which is a made in USA Warlock, and the model is called Glass Axe because of Class Axe, which owned BC Rich back then. And then, yeah, heavy as shit, but it sounds so good. Tone wood is fake. And then lastly here is my Abyss Rich Rave 2. Really actually good guitar. The neck is super thin and slim, and the pickups sound awesome actually. The tremolo sucks, but it's been blocked off, so it's fine. I'll just do the walls first, and then I'll do the stands. Here's the Harley Benton bass that I've had since the first video. I think I've had it, yeah, for 3 years now, or maybe 2.5. Still use it. Over here is the double neck, which has finally been hung up, and it's not in a case anymore. I remember finicking a lot with it when it was only in the case, and I had to just hold it with my foot and everything. It was stupid. And nothing yet. Coming soon, TM. Here is my Westone Dimension 4. This one this one took its time to be found for me. I think I spent like 1 or 2 years searching for one, and then I finally found one that someone wanted to trade. So it's in kind of rough shape. It's missing the knobs, and it's yellow instead of white. The fretboard looks like someone's been eating at it, but it just plays so fantastically. I love it. I'll never sell it as long as I live. Next is the Epiphone Firebird. I'm not really into guitars with plastic on, but I thought this actually looked kind of cool, so I got it. The mini humbuckers actually have a shit ton of gain in them, which is weird. I didn't think that, but I was pleasantly surprised when I first played it. It also has some truss rod issues, so I'm gonna have to have someone fix that one too, but it works. It definitely works. Next is the Washburn RRV10. Still have it. It's a lovely guitar. If I want to play striper covers. And here is something you've probably never seen. It's my Jackson King V. It also has some trouble with the truss rod. I just need a new tool. But it plays fantastically and keeps tune. Next is the Jackson JS32 Gus G. Only signature I will probably ever have and will keep, because a star-shaped guitar is really hard to come by, and there's nothing that screams, oh, this is a Gus G, except if you look at the plate up there, but who cares about that? Here we have a Jackson Rhodes Professional, made in Japan, I think. It has Duncan Design pickups, and I think that's a Jackson Tram, but it's actually, it sounds killer, and it holds tune pretty well, so that's all the wall guitars. I'm gonna move on to the stands now. I'll just start here. I'll turn on the flashlight so you can actually see. I think that's a wise choice. So here's the Abyss Rich actual NJ series. With a Kaler. I've sadly broken the strings, so I have to restring it. It's a killer guitar that I got for cheap. And it was so cheap because it's, the paint is definitely not good. But I like it. It's, it's seen some playing, and it has a lot of character. So I'll keep it that way. I don't want to bother refinishing it. Next is a familiar sight, the Cayman GTX 23. I have one in red, which is currently just not here. As you can see, the frets are starting to get a bit rusty again, so I'm gonna have to polish them. But that's okay. These are so good and so underrated. I really wish I had more. Actually have a GTX base on its way here to me. But I'm always hunting for more of these. So if anyone has one, let me know. Again, another GTX. This one is actually kind of sweet. Really nice, unique finish with a pinstripe. Sadly, the tremolo, as you can see, the screws are totally just no. So I can't really adjust action on it. So there's a, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it. There's a huge gap. So that's gonna be an issue, but whatever. Bonk. Here's, sorry, out of breath. Here's also a familiar sight, the Jackson Monarch, which I'm no longer using. I mean, when I bought it, it seemed like a good idea, but I don't know. I just never started using it. It's a nice guitar and all, but I wish they did something higher than the JS22 or whatever they're named. So I'll probably sell that one. Depends. Next up is a BC Rich again. This is a ASM standard. Let me get it up for you. This one has a really nice finish. I don't know why they did a burst, but they did, and here we are. Has the rock field pickups, which, you know, don't suck, contrarily to what some people might tell you. And then we have the BC Rich Gunslinger, made in China. It's the reissue from like the 2010s probably, I'm not sure. And then we have the Chibanez. It's a Paul Gilbert neck with a Steve Vai body and 3 pickups. It's pretty cool, but it kind of sucks. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I can't sell it, obviously. And let's see. I have a bunch of shit here. 3 of these Art X15s, bunch of straps, a Digitech 2101 Artist broken, another one of those back there broken, and just a regular one also broken. Marshall Mode 4 amp. I don't have much of amps anymore. I had a few, but I sold them, so these are the only 2 left. And this is a Randall G... No, it's not even a G series. It's a... Oh, yes, it is. It's a G2 or H. Is it getting rusty? I'll have to pull it back up. Well, yeah, anyways, that's a Randall amp. And this is a PV Rage combo that someone turned into an amp, and it was surprisingly good. So don't knock it till you try it. I'll just go on the floor here as well. There's a Rocktron Silver Dragon, the only pedal I have, which I'll definitely keep because it's a cool pedal. Digitech Control 1, Digitech Control 1, Art Bass Command Center, Effects Command Center, and another Bass Command Center. Here is a Vantage Les Paul. This is my oldest guitar, as this one is from 1990. No, it's from 1980. It is, and it has the factory MMK45s as the Dimension 4 does. I realize now I should probably keep the light on all of these, but we'll learn as we go. The actual lamp in here kind of sucks. Alright, next guitar, Harley Benton Progressive Series S600, I think it's called. Can't really remember, but it's a hell of a guitar for a low price. That one's on me. I literally just snapped the string right out of the... well, I'll have to fix that later. Shit. Next up is a Kim Axe, like Jackson or something copy, you know, Super Strat. Also busted string. But these ones are actually really cool. I got it for $30. So that was actually worth it. It came with a bunch of stickers and crap that it had to take off. Next up, sorry about the shaking and the camera thing. I'm holding my phone really weirdly, but this is a Westone Spectrum Series 2, which I got for my birthday. This is a really sweet one. I don't really like that pickup. It kind of, but it works. Can't remember why I placed it back here, but I think it's me. Whatever. And here we have a Epiphone Les Paul Standard. I have two now. This one is not the gold top, which is there. Yeah. And then another Westone Spectrum Series 2. This one is black with like a glitter, an EMG, and then a glue spot for like a pick holder thing that was stupidly glued on there. Here's the Vester Stage Series Crackle. Still have to put strings on it, but actually you can kind of tell when I shine into the wall. So that's super nice. And my JS series from Aria Pro. This one I got uber cheap and it sounds uber good. I don't really like this though, that the headstock isn't like this, like angled, but whatever. Here's the PV Fury bass, and you've already seen. Here's a Harley Benton ST Custom. Hold on, sorry. Oh, it's stuck. Step bro. It's heavy as well. It's ST Custom with the Floyd 2019 model. Really good guitar. Traded a Line 6 Spider amp for it. And here's another Harley Benton SC Custom with a nice flame on it. I haven't really played this one much, and I should remind myself to do so. Here's my beloved SC Custom Active. This one is magic. I actually don't know what they did with the neck, but the neck on this feels so goddamn good. And the Grover tuners and just the Roswell Actives. Fantastic guitar. Let me just catch my breath. It's hot as hell in here. There we go. Alright, next up, Harley Benton SC 450 Lemon Drop. Sweet finish. Roswell pickups. And yeah, fantastic guitar. I had a Gibson Les Paul Studio, which I didn't actually have for long until I traded it for the Rave and the Snakeskin, which I'm really happy I did. So I'll keep my Harley Bentons and Epiphones, and I don't really need Gibson, to be honest, but that might trigger some people, but I don't care. Because I'm not going to be a better player if I buy something that costs an arm and a leg anyways. Here's the gold top. We've all seen it before. Had it forever. The action is insane on this one. I don't really understand how the action can be so low. Like there's barely anything you need to touch until you're pulling the string down. So that's amazing. This is a Les Paul Custom Prophecy. And this is the one with the Dirty Finger pickups and this sweet like quilt top they did. And yeah, I just wish, I wish Gibson did this. But that would probably cost an arm and a leg and a liver. And probably a lung or two as well. But these are actually sweet. So yeah. I don't like the new Prophecy line, I like these better. Next up is a Levin Les Paul Custom Copy. Some people may say it's not a real Les Paul, but shut up, it's a Les Paul. It just doesn't say Gibson on the fucking headstock, which who cares? This one plays just as good as a Gibson, and I'll be the first to say it. Sounds phenomenal, neck is awesome, it holds tuning better than any fucking Gibson I've ever played. Yeah, and it only cost me $50. So, yeah, that's that one. I have one rack here, one more. There's a Jackson, which is missing a string since it snapped. Yeah, I love this guitar, super glam, neck through. And here's a LTD M200 flamed maple. This one also beautiful flame finish. ESP pickups that I actually love. And a Floyd. I think this is a neck through as well. And then we have the MV200 LTD, which is so light I can like actually like hold it however I want. Nice flame top with a DiMarzio drop Sonic, I think, and a Duncan design. And here's a Jackson Dinky with a busted string. I think I just had to reattach this one, but yeah. Sweet blue color, beat to shit. Duncan design and Floyd. Kind of a thick neck, but I like it. And then we have another Vester, which is super thin, but also super cool and sounds and plays super good. Let's see. Then we have a Westone Telecaster. And this is how you do a Telecaster with a Floyd Rose and a humbucker, and no pickguard, and a pointy headstock. So that's the Westone Clipper series, I think it's called. Here we have a Kramer Beretta Special. It's actually a really nice guitar. Tremolo sucks, but the pickup is awesome, and it holds tune perfectly. And lastly, a Harley Benton C600, or no, DC600. Pickguard is gone, but super sweet guitar. So yeah, that's all the guitars in this room. Let me turn the camera. Now the flash won't go. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Learning by doing. So as you can see, there's a lot of new guitars. There's a lot of guitars I have from before, and there's a few guitars missing. I haven't watched the old video back all the way, so I can't remember what I showed there, but there's a lot gone. So now I'll move into my living room, as I don't have one big room anymore. And here's the kitty. He's a cutie. So okay, hold on. Let me just check my battery. Okay, fine. I'll run quickly through my racks. I don't really have the time to explain everything in great detail. I'm planning to do that later when I get more cables and just everything hooked up and organized. But I'll just start from top to bottom and then move quickly across. So, very quickly, Korg tuner, Roland GP8, Rocktron Pro Gap Ultra, Rocktron Replifex, a better analog echo unit, EC400, SGE Mark II from Art, and a Behringer tube compressor, Digitech 2120, a broken noise gate, an Art EQ, BBE Sonic Maximizer, Art Power Plant, and an Art SGX T2, Yamaha SPX90, and a Roland SDE 330. I'm almost falling. That's my first rack. There we go. My stuff. I have a big 24-channel mixer. So yeah, very handy. PV Rockmaster, a Behringer Ultramizer Pro, that's basically a BBE, it does the same thing. That EQ, real nice. Rocktron Expression, really cool effects processor. Then we have the Art SG XLT preamp, best preamp they made. Art FXR Elite and a Digitech TSR12. Down there we have a Rocktron Piranha with a Rocktron IntelliFX XL, a Line 6 Mod Pro, and the Roland SDE 1000. That's one of my favorite delays. At the bottom here we have a Art SGX Nitro. I don't know what to do with it yet, but it's there. Let's see. Carvin Quad X preamp. That goes for a Digitech Studio V2 or Quad V2, and a Art Multiverb first generation. Further down we have a Rocktron Gainiac 1 and 2, each with a corresponding Art Multiverb LT, just for a always on reverb when I hook them up. And then there's a Rocktron Prophecy 2. Over here, Rocktron Chameleon, just doing some testing. Rocktron Velocity 120 power amp. Art DST 8080 power and preamp, so that's just an entire amp. With a Art Multiverb Alpha and a Proverb 200. IntelliFX LTD there. And there's the Marshall 9100. And very quickly over here at my very messy desk, there's a Rocktron Sidewinder, a normal IntelliFX, Roland GP100, and my audio interface. Excuse the mess. Over there's my bass, Art SGX Night Bass Studio Edition. And oh yeah, there's a Boogie Les Paul here as well. And my huge 2x12 or 4x12s with a cassette player on top. Yeah, I know that was kind of fast, but I'm tired as hell and my phone's about to die. But anyways, that's basically everything I have. I want to start doing some guitar reviews, as I have a lot of guitars, but I'm kind of unsure how I should go on doing it, because it's not all of these that I actually know anything about, like what they're made of and where they're made, and the precise specifications, and how I should do sound-wise, like should I use one preamp or multiple. So that's, I would love to have some suggestions, and then I'll start doing some guitar reviews, because I have I've done almost all of my preamps. I'm not really sure how I want to do effects processors just yet, but I really want to do guitar reviews now. So any tips I will appreciate. And yeah, that's basically it for this video, I think. Let me know what you think, questions and whatever, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.